Enjoy Fitness 43, and today we're going to be doing a seated workout. It's going to be a short workout, about 30 minutes long. All you're going to need is a chair, and it's best if it doesn't have any handles so it doesn't get in your way, because we're going to be moving our arms and our legs around. And it's good if you have some water so that we can take a little water break. So have those things ready and make sure you're comfortable in your chair. So it's good to have a chair that has a high back in case we want to lean back into it. So I want you to think about your posture in the chair. So I don't want you to start in your chair where you're like leaning back into your chair, so you're sitting back here doing stuff. You're going to get a very tired and sore back if you do that, and it's not going to help your posture at all. So I want you to sit up in your chair, but I want you to also be able to move your legs when it's time to move your legs. So of course we'll be doing leg extensions, and we're going to be moving our leg out to the side. So you might want to be able to scooch up in your chair just a little bit so that you can move your leg out to the side freely and be able to extend your leg freely. So think about that when you're in your chair. If you need to, go ahead and grab a pillow and put it behind your back so that it can help you sit up a little bit taller in your chair, because I don't want any slumpy posture in your chair. So we're going to sit up nice and tall in our chair. Think about those tummy muscles, using some work here so that you can last that whole 30 minutes sitting up nice and tall. So let's start our timer. And we're going to get right into our workout because we have no weights. Alrighty, so we're going to start by just taking an arm back. So we're going to warm up those shoulders, and we're going to work that shoulder at the same time. Then we're going to take it to the other side. Nice rotation. Then we're going to go the other way. So we're going to go forward now. And then the other side, forward. Then we're going to bring both arms up, and we're going to press back. So I'm going to clap my hands, turn my hands, and press back. Press forward, press back. Now I'm going to bring my hands up into an L. Try to touch those elbows if you can, and then open nice and wide. Again, there you see the front of my hand, and now you see my palms. Now I'm going to leave my arms all the way out. I'm going to come up and touch, if you can. These over the head ones are a little bit harder. Now from here, I'm just going to bring it down and make like a little table here. Now from here, I'm going to take it out, and I'm just going to reach out in front. Just touch those pointer fingers together in front of me. And then I'm going to take my arms all the way behind me and then bring them up shoulder height. Leaning forward just a little bit. So I'm hinging at the hip to lean forward. And my chin and chest are both up. So I'm not looking down at the ground while I'm doing that. I'm going to leave my head up just a little bit. So I'm not looking up at the ceiling. I'm just looking at you. Good. And now I'm going to sit up nice and tall, turn my palms over, and I'm going to reach up, and I'm going to touch my shoulders. And while I'm doing this, I'm not just flapping my arms. I'm thinking about stressing my biceps here. So I'm squeezing my biceps as I'm bringing my arms up and touching my shoulders, just tapping my shoulder. Now I'm going to take my right arm, I'm going to touch my shoulder, I'm going to open up to the back. Reach back behind me as far as I can comfortably. And now I'm gonna do it to the other side. Just reach up and touch back behind me. Good. Now, I'm going to take my arms out to the side, and I'm going to make a little circle. So my circles are going backwards. If you're going forward, that's fine, because we're going to go the other way in a second. So they're little, so don't be making these big loopy things. I want little tiny circles. Okay, now we're going to go the other way. Little tiny circles. Good. Okay, so we're going to take right arm up and down, left arm up and down. Now, if you can't get that arm all the way up, then only go part way. You go by whatever your body is telling you on every single one of these exercises. You just listen to what your body tells you. You only go up as far as you can. And then every single time you do this workout, you go as far as your body is telling you. Maybe the first couple times you do this exercise, you can't go up as far, and maybe you get kind of sore, and then the next time you can't go up near as far, but then after you've done it 3 or 4 times, you're like, hey, look, I can go up even further. Okay, last one. Now, here comes that lean back one. We're gonna lean back in that chair, we're gonna close those hands, and we're gonna open as wide as we can. Clap those hands in the center. And then we're going to look up towards the ceiling, but we're not going to drop the head all the way back. So I'm going to stop looking at you so I can keep my neck in alignment with my spine. Good job. And then I'm going to come all the way back up. Ooh, and I'm going to shake out those arms for just a second. I'm going to pretend like I'm holding a ball in each hand, and I'm going to rotate those shoulders forward and back. Good. Now I'm going to lean forward. I'm going to squeeze my knees together because I always just like to keep them that way to help myself. I'm going to open and close my hands, those arms. So I feel a little bit of a squeeze between those shoulder blades. Now I'm looking at you, but you don't have to look at me. You can look down just right in front of you. Maybe not down at your feet, but just a little, about 2 feet in front of your feet. Good. Just keep opening and closing like you're flying. You're a bird flying away. Okay, so now we're going to turn the palms around so the palms are facing the back of the room, and we're just going to press, big presses, all the way from your knees to as far back as you can press. Now we're going to take those arms, leave them back, and we're going to do little tiny presses. Now remember, we're leaning forward just a little bit. Good job. And then we're going to sit all the way up. Now we're going to take that right arm and we're going to pretend like we're combing our hair or swishing back our hair. Okay, one more. Do as best you can. Okay, now other side. All the way around. Good. Okay, now you're going to hug yourself. Think which arm is on top. Lift the elbows up. Take off that sweater. Other arms on top. Give yourself a big hug. You're high above your chest. Squeeze. Lift the elbows up. Take off that sweater. Okay, from the beginning. Cross over. Up. Take off that sweater. Change sides. Up. Take off that sweater. Change sides. Up. Take off that sweater. Change sides. Up. Take off that sweater. We're going to do it one more time. Ready? Cross over. Up. take off that sweater, and last time, up, take off that sweater. Perfect. Okay, we're gonna shake those arms out. Okay, we're gonna lean forward again, and we're gonna lift up and down. So this is about, or just a little bit over, shoulder height when we come up. That's right, press back and up. So when you're doing this, you have imaginary thickness in the air. You're pressing through that thickness in the air. We're not just swinging our arms. We have resistance going up and coming back. Good. One more. Okay, we're going to take those arms back again. You're going to flip them around so now your knuckles are facing the back of the room. Okay, and we're going to do little presses back. Just little presses back. Now you kind of feel those shoulder blades maybe squeezing together a little bit more. Good. Try to relax the shoulders, but you're still pressing because you're going to be working through those triceps here. Good. Okay, now I want you to reach out in front, pretend like you're grabbing onto something and pull it back. Again, release, pull, grab it, pull back, grab it, pull back, grab it, pull back. 4 more times. 1, 2, 3, last one, and 4. Perfect. Okay, shake it out. So if you need a drink of water, we're going to grab one right now. Set that down. All right, so I need you to get good and steady in your chair, and we're going to move on to our waistline. Okay, so we're going to start with just your typical Russian twist. So we just have our hands together, and we're just going from hip to hip. So I don't need you like swinging way out here. I just want you to go from hip to hip. I want you to sit up nice and tall, and I want you to think about pulling in and contracting your tummy muscles, because I want you to feel this. Perfect. Now we're going to row the boat. So we're rowing the boat from side to side. So remember, you're digging down into the water. So visualize that as you're rowing the boat. Good. Now we're going to come in front and we're going to make a figure 8 on its side, or some people like to call it the infinity symbol. And again, we're working the oblique muscles as we excuse me, as we do this. Okay, so now we're going to do a wood chop. We start at the top and we chop. So if you want to bring those legs in a little bit closer as we do this, and squeeze those knees together. Because as we squeeze those knees, we're going to be working those lower abs as we're doing this wood chop. One more. Now let's switch sides. Wood chop. Good. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good job. All right, so now we're going to put our hands on our chest, and we're going to think about crunching. So we're going to round our back. We're going to take a deep breath in, and we're going to blow it out. Nice little crunch. Come back up. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Round that back. Pull that belly in. We're going to do it one more time. Inhale. And then exhale. Excellent. We're going to open those legs up. Now we're going to just tap the knees. We're just going to bring that knee up. And we're just going to tap side to side. Now I want you to think about really moving that torso side to side. That's it. Just a tiny little knee tap. Perfect. Okay, so we're going to open those hands and we're going to tap under that knee. If you can tap under that knee, that's great. If you can't get that knee up high enough to tap underneath it, you can just tap on top. Perfect. Now, we're gonna go ahead and take that left hand and we're gonna tap the right knee. Good. Think about rotating. This is gonna be 8. Other side, tap. Good job. One more. We're gonna go back to that nice little Russian twist. So we're just gonna go from side to side. And now we're gonna do a Mason twist. So we're gonna take our arms all the way out nice and straight, and we're gonna go as far as we can from side to side. Now, we're in a seated position, so it's not as easy to go all the way around because we can't pivot on our feet. And just keep going side to side. That's it. Couple more. Nice, tall body. So we have to really concentrate on staying nice and tall here while we're working those abs, because if you let that spine curve too much while we're doing this, it's going to hurt into that lower back later on. So let's work on those spines. Okay, take it back to the center. Let's do a great big figure 8 this time. Big figure 8. Think about swooping all the way down past the knees this time. Good. I want you to feel it all the way through each side. Good. One more. And excellent. Now we're going to do that chop to the side. And before we do that other chop, let's stir the pot. So open those legs up. We have a great big pot, and we're going to stir it. It's a big pot, so get all the way to the edges. And let's go the other way. Feel it. You can feel the weight shifting from one side of your glute to the other. One more stir. Now we're going to bring those feet back in, and let's go ahead and chop to the other side. That's it. And we're going to take our hands down to the side, and we're just going to lean to the right, okay? We're just going to lean to the right. So our other hand is like a counterweight right now. So right now we have both hands down, just feeling what it's like to lean to the side. So if you ever need to, you can grab to the side of your chair for safety. Don't lean so far over that you're going to fall out of your chair. Okay, now we're going to go to the other side. So we're definitely just going to one side. We're working this side, stretching through it. Good. Okay, now we're going to take our fingertips. We're going to put them behind the ears. We're going to roll the shoulder back just a little bit. And we're just going to rotate around and around, looking from side to side. So if I'm going too fast, slow that down. So if you get dizzy, then you need to slow it down on your rotation. Okay, so I want you to leave the left one up. Right one's going to come down, and we're going to bend. So this is going to put an extra little stress on that left side as we go down towards the right, reaching towards the floor. Now, if you feel extra wobbly when we do this with your hand up, go ahead and put that hand back down, okay? And now we're going to come up and we're going to switch sides. Down, and let's go. Don't be in such a hurry that you forget safety. Always be ready before you start. your next move. And we're going to put our hands back up, and we're going to bring our knee in, and we're going to crunch in. A little crunch, so we're going to round the back, bring our nose kind of towards our knee, or at least towards the center as we bring that knee up. Good. Nice little crunch, pulling in those abs. Inhale, exhale. Going from side to side. Good. We have one more on each side. Perfect. And then we're going to put those hands back down. So we're going to open those legs up. So get yourself situated. We're going to put our hands down to the side, and now we're actually going to side bend from side to side. So this is just a little goddess. It's called a goddess side bend. It's just because your legs are open in it, like a plie squat. And then we're going to bring them up and do it again. Almost done with abs. And then we're going to walk those feet back in, and we're going to march. So we're going to do 4 marches, and then we're going to do a drink of water. Alrighty? Great. So let's get a drink of water before we start our legs. Alright, so you're thinking, how are we going to do legs seated? There's a whole lot of things that you can do with your legs seated, because in a seated position, those hips are kind of confined. But you're going to work those hip flexors, you're still going to work your glutes, and we're going to work our calves. So we're going to start with our calves, and we're going to come up. So you're going to tuck your feet in just a little bit under you, so that we're going to be able to roll up through our toes. So we're going to pull up through the ball of our foot and raise those heels, okay? Coming up, squeezing those calves as they come up. I'm just going to rest my hands on top of my legs. I'm going to make sure that my feet are in alignment with my knees at all times. So everything that we do, those feet need to be in alignment with the knees. When we take our legs out to the side, and when we raise our legs up. So if you've had a stroke or whatever, I want you to think toe in alignment with your knee, okay? Whenever we raise those legs up. So don't let that foot go out to the side. I want toe in alignment with knee, so that we can keep that hip in alignment with the knee too. Alright, so we're going to take a leg out and then back in. Okay, we're just raising the foot up and then down. Try to sit up nice and tall. If you need that pillow behind you, now's the time to do it. I don't want you to lean back though. I just want it there so that you can sit up comfortably. We've been at this for 20 minutes already, and I want you to feel comfortable while we're doing this so that you can lift and lower that leg. We're starting to use the abs and the hip flexors now. So I want you to be able to do these leg exercises, because you think, oh, lifting the leg's not that hard. But once we start doing it for a while, you're going to start feeling it. Okay, we're going to do it one more time. Okay, we're going to lift it, okay, and I want you to point and flex. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're threading the needle here. 1, 2. This is really good to you laying on your back with your feet up in the air. Really good for your lower back. Okay, now we're going to step out. I want you to pretend that there's a ball under your foot and you have to go over it. I don't want to see this. That's not good. Knee in alignment with those toes. Jump over the ball. You're going to feel it right in here. Okay, we're going to do one more. Jump. Bring it back. Let's try the other leg. 1, 2. Keep this knee in alignment. Don't let it fall out. 3 and 4. Perfect. Okay, we're gonna alternate sides. 1, 2, I'm gonna scooch up a little bit because I'm on my toes. 3, so I'm gonna put it back down. 4, going to 8. 5, 6, 7, and 8. So I'm gonna take my right leg all the way out to the side and I'm gonna roll up on my toe. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, keep these legs in this nice L position. Think knee over toe, knee over toe. Now, I want you to think about opening your knees up just a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Excellent. We're going to bring right leg back in. All right, so let's go out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's hold it out right here. And because we just had to warm it up again. And we're going to go ahead and lift the heel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Watch that posture. 6, 7, 8. And think about knee over toe, or in alignment with toe. And now we're going to press the knees out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfect. I wanted to show you that I wasn't pushing it with my hands. I was pushing it with the muscles in my legs. Back in we go. Okay, let's lift. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now I'm going to go back to marching again. So I'm going to lift. So I'm using my abs and my quads to lift. 3 and 4. Now I'm going to lift and hold. I'm going to hold. 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now I'm going to do 1, 2, hold. 1, 2, hold. 1, 2, hold. 1, 2, last time, hold. Perfect. Now let's march. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now we're going to do the same sort of thing, but with an extension. So get your back where you want it. Did you see how I was like, woo, going backwards with that? Because that's a lot of work. Let's go extend, 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 extend. Now we're going to start holding. 1, 2, hold. 1, 2, hold. 1, 2, hold. And 1, 2, and hold. Perfect. I didn't hold very long, did I? That was bad. Okay, so we're going to lift up my right leg, and I'm going to take it out to the side and then back in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back in. Up we go. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Back in. Woo! You got to really think about holding that posture up when you do that, because boy, lifting that leg up and moving it really makes you want to lean back. So think about those abs. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Got that quad going. And 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so we're going to work the back of our leg. We're going to work our hamstring. So this is what you need to do. We're going to take out that right leg, and on your left leg, you're going to lean forward on it, okay? And I want you to pull up on this toe, and we're gonna lean on this left leg, and we're just gonna reach forward and just tiny presses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then we're going to change sides. Pull up on that toe. Lean on the left leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, and safe in your chair. Tush on the chair. Extend the leg, pull up on the toe. You don't want to be having that toe go forward because you're just going to keep sliding. I want you to pull that toe forward so you can ignite all the muscles in and under that leg. We're just doing little pulses. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Here's your safety net right here. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Perfect. All right, so we're going to put those feet together and we're going to slide our hands down our legs. So leaning forward, straight back, sliding down, touch those ankles and come back up. We're working that lower back. Sliding down, and we're going to come back up. So this would be like a seated deadlift. Slide the hands down, touch those ankles, and come back up. And let's do it one more time. Sliding down, and then come back up. Perfect. Now we're going to get those legs together as close as we can. So I know not everybody can squeeze their knees together, so you're going to do the best you can. If you had, say, a pillow handy, and you want to put it between your knees because you can't get your knees together, you can do that too. Knees together, and we're going to, first we're going to squeeze the knees together, and we're just going to squeeze, and we're going to count to 5. Okay, take the hands, and we're going to squeeze. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And done. All righty, so we're squeezing those knees together. There's our 30-minute workout. So let's shake everything out. We are going to cool down for this. Okay, let's go ahead and lift one leg up, and we're going to rotate around. And then we're going to rotate around the other way. And down. Up we go. Rotate. Woo! And then rotate around. Apparently I needed to do that earlier. Did you hear that crack-a-lacking? Excellent. Okay, we're going to come forward in our chair just a little bit. And we're going to stretch out that spine. Try to get that neck out of that turtle hole. Don't lean forward too much. You don't want to fall out. We're just trying to stretch that spine. Excellent. And then we're going to come back. Okay, we're going to take a little rotation. So, left hand on right knee. And we're just going to rotate. Watch that elbow in the back of the chair so that we don't smack that elbow. So if you need to tuck it in, tuck it in. Nothing worse than hitting that funny bone. It's not funny at all. But it's humorous. All right, let's rotate to the other side. Bad joke day. All right, so think about that posture. We always have to think about our posture. If you spend a lot of time reading or looking at your phone, maybe you have an iPad that you like to look at, or watching TV, you need to think about your posture and how you're sitting so that you don't start getting that little hump in your back. As we age, you know, we start to lose bone density and muscle, and that's a couple of reasons why we need to be working out. So that we can keep bone density and muscle. Let's turn back around. Right, let's roll the shoulders down and back. Keep rolling. Now don't be crazy and squeeze. I just want gentle rolls. Just gentle rolls. Good. Okay, now we're going to take the hands and we're going to interlace them. We're going to turn them around and we're going to round the back and drop the chin just a little bit. Inhale and exhale. Excellent. Now we're going to open the hands up and we're going to lift up the chin and chest so that you can stretch out that chest. So this seated workout, you can do it every single day. You can do it twice. You can do it after another workout or before another workout as like a warm-up. but it's 30 minutes long. So, and it's got lots of bang for the buck. Okay, let's rotate an arm back, and then rotate the other arm back. And you've got to remember to always work within your comfort zone. Okay, let's bring one knee up again, and let's rotate the ankle gently. And then take up the other knee and rotate the ankle gently. Now, we're gonna do that last exercise as a stretch. So we're gonna extend, let's extend the left leg out. We're gonna lean on the right. So this is our safety net here, okay? Solid leg. And we're not gonna stick our arm out. We're just gonna pull this toe up. And you're gonna feel all those muscles underneath. Stretch. And we don't look down at our feet, okay? We look out in front of us just a little bit, past the toe that's up. And basically what we're doing is we're just trying to keep our neck in alignment with our spine. So you're not trying to look way up and you're not trying to look way down. Just a comfortable gaze out in front. Now we're going to inhale. And as we exhale, we're going to go ahead and push ourselves up. And then we're going to trade sides, okay? First we get that foot out there, pulling the toe up. Then we slide down and make sure that we're nice and balanced, okay? And then we just pull up on this toe, and that's what's gonna help us stretch, is pulling up on that toe. And we always think toe in alignment with knee, knee in alignment with hip. We don't want to do this, okay? We wanna keep that toe up and in alignment. It's easy to get lazy, and laziness creates habit, and habit creates problems in our body later on, okay? So wearing those bad shoes that you think are cute, but boy, they're gonna give you bunions, or they're gonna give you a bad walk. And they just need to go in the trash, or Goodwill, but then they'll just give somebody else a bad walk. So you've got to think about those things. What's creating bad habits in you. Big inhale, exhale, and then bring yourself back up. Okay, so let's just go ahead and shake those feet and shake those arms. Shaking like this, one of the best things you can do for your body, because it gets cells moving and blood moving and intestines moving around, and it helps wake up different organs like your kidneys and your liver and your heart and your spleen, all of those things that have a tendency to stop moving and working and get clogged up when you live a sedentary life. So, boy, when you wake up in the morning, just give yourself a little shake, you know? If you can stand up and shake for a minute or 2 minutes, even better. That's one of the best things you can do. It doesn't have to be crazy shaking, just a little shaking. If you're not someone that can stand up, do it in a seat, just like we're doing right now. And then if you can get the whole body shaking, shake it. And just do it for a minute or two every day, and it's gonna help all sorts of things start to move around and recover, and your body will thank you for it. All right, this is Joy from Enjoy Fitness 43. Thank you for being with me. I will talk to you later. Have a great day and a great exercise moment.